today.
Your mornings simplified.
This is the Hot Talk Morning Show. $8:22, it's Hot Talk 99.5, the Hot Talk Morning Show, along with Dave Priest and Liz Callaway. Coming up in about 35 minutes or so, we're going to be talking to Angie Knight from the Grand Strand Law Group for Ask a Lawyer. We'll do that at 9:05. So if you've got a general law question that you'd love to get answered, that's right, free legal advice. You can give us a call here at about 9:05, and we'll get you on the air at that point in time. Right now, though, we have somebody else in the studio with us, somebody who brought gifts. And somebody who actually has a job that I think a lot of people would love to have.
It's the coolest job in the world.
It is. And we're talking about the Tigers Preserve.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and we have Robert Johnson here. Now, I have actually been to the Tigers Preserve, and I just want to say before we get into this, what you can do with falconry is amazing. And if you could just talk a little bit about that, because I didn't know that about you until I actually went to the Tigers Preserve.
Yeah, I'm actually the resident falconer there, and it's one of the oldest sports in the world. People have been practicing falconry for more than 4,000 years.
Jeez.
It's just incredible to watch.
You can develop a relationship with a bird that's unmatched by just about anything else. And as Liz saw, we have actually 7 eagles that came from Tanzania as depredation birds. They're big predators living on farms that they were going to dispatch. They were going to euthanize these birds. So we didn't want that to happen. We adopted them. So now I have big fish eagles and martial eagles that will fly back and forth, and they fly around. And, it's really amazing. You can develop a relationship with a wild animal that you can turn it loose and it will fly around, and it can fly away forever, but it wants to come back to you. It wants to be with you. So, yeah, truly amazing experience.
Yeah. And
amazing relationship.
The fact that there's only a few in the world is just incredible. So, but I just wanted to bring you in today because when I was there, you were talking about purchasing these special bracelets, and I want to get into it right away. And I want to run out of time for you. These bracelets, there's 2 different kinds, but more importantly, the money raised from these purchases actually benefit the tigers in India. So tell us more about the Tiger Lantern Project.
Yep, this is our Save the Tiger, Save the World project. In fact, because you're saving the tigers in the wild, you have to save the habitat with it, and every other little animal, plant, snail, whatever it is, you have to save that entire environment. So if we can literally save the tiger, we save the world. And the bracelets that you saw, the ones I brought in this morning, we sell them, and with the money, we help purchase solar-powered rechargeable lanterns for people living in tiger territories in India. A lot of times when you have conservation issues like this, you have to address the whole problem, not just what's happening with the tiger, but the people living around and in these parks. They do not have access to electricity. So what they have to do, they go into the woods, they go into the national park to collect firewood so they can burn it for light at night. When they do that, of course, they come into conflict with tigers. The tigers attack someone, they kill the tiger in retribution. Our solution to this problem, provide them with solar-powered lighting. Now they don't have to go into the woods, and you now gave a whole group of people who have literally not had light at night. They've been in the dark at night for hundreds of years, for their entire existence. They have a new lease on life.
Well, that sounds like such a roundabout way, but it's very ingenious because, like you said, you're looking at solutions rather than like, okay, well, let's save the tiger. That's great, but how do we do it? And it's almost like one of those things that the butterfly effect. You do this over here, and it results in this way over here, but it's got the same result, which is saving the tigers.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And you have to address not only the tigers, but the people that are around the tigers. Because ultimately, if you just say, well, we need to save these tigers, we need to not do this, you're disregarding a whole group of people that are already living there. So
right, and they're there also with the tigers first,
That's right.
You have to live in harmony. So now, how long have you been doing this Tiger Lantern project?
We've been doing it for the past couple years, in fact, and currently we've lit 3 whole villages.
Wow,
in and around the
incredible.
park. So each of the bracelets we sell is helping to supply these lanterns. And there's a big recharging station that we have to build as well. And we find an entrepreneur in each village, which the people come, they bring their lanterns, they charge them during the day, they charge them a very small nominal fee. but the money from this not only gives this person a job, but it helps sustain all of the equipment. So it's something, once we make the initial investment, it should be a self-sustaining project.
Like a teaching to fish.
Yeah,
type of thing.
that's exactly it. That's
So
exactly it.
I am sure having light at night has changed the culture in these villages,
Yeah, absolutely.
even safety-wise amongst themselves, even.
Safety-wise, and what's even more is it's allowed children to study at night. It's actually increased education, because if you can't see after the sun goes down, you're not going to sit there. You're not going to learn how to read a book. You're not going to do math. But now, we have great, awesome pictures of, people saying thank you and showing the whole family sitting
That's
around their
incredible.
lantern. So, yeah, really
It's
great
such a
project.
small little thing, but such a huge difference.
It really is.
So the bracelets are available here, and now do they have to be able to go to the Tigers Preserve, or can they get them online?
We do have them online as well. Yeah, if you go to rarespeciesfund.org, they'll be available there.
Okay.
And the bracelets, we have a couple kinds. We have hand-beaded bracelets, but the original bracelet is made out of 100% recycled material.
Right.
The band is made out of car tires, and the big metal bracelet itself is made out of recycled rims of a metal alloy.
And,
Really?
And it's a really cool looking bracelet. It's not
It is
just
very,
a plain.
it is very cool.
Yeah, it's not just like a plain rubber bracelet that people buy. It's really like
A lot of thought went
edgy.
into it. Yeah.
It's very edgy. Save the Tiger, Save the World is right on the front. And then in the back, I want to ask you, what does that mean? Avoid palm oil.
Palm oil, actually, unfortunately, is one of the biggest destructive forces for wildlife that is currently happening.
Really?
In Indonesia, palm oil plantations are the number one reason orangutans are dying out, because they're chopping down virgin rainforests to make palm oil plantations, only because it's cheap. It's 2 cents a gallon cheaper than using vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever it is. But when you have major food corporations that are buying millions of gallons, it makes their profits go way up. So,
What kind of food products or
you know what? Unfortunately, it's in just about everything you find, from cookies to ice cream to laundry detergent.
Okay.
We are actually developing a website right now called Eat This, Not That.
Right.
but based on conservation?
what contains palm oil.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me ask you
okay.
real quick. We only got about a minute left. I don't know if you probably saw that story. We know you have Bubbles the elephant where you
Yep.
are. You probably saw that sad story out of Greenville, South Carolina. They were transporting a very lonely 44-year-old African elephant to a place in Colorado where she can kind of live out the rest of her own life. Unfortunately, died en route. Was that something that you knew about ahead of time or could have done anything about? Maybe got her down here?
It's one of those things that an animal like that, and it goes for people as well. If you take them out of their environment and what they're used to, it can cause stress.
Yeah.
That unto itself, no matter what the circumstances were, where it was, it can be hard on the animal for that to happen.
It's a shame.
So just so people know, I clicked on the rarespeciesfund.org site. I posted it on our Facebook page. You click on store, you click on products, and you see the 2 different bracelets that are being offered. The bracelet we have is $30 here, and the money goes to Save the Tigers.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Robert Johnson, so much from the Tigers Preserve Myrtle Beach Safari for joining us. And you can go onto our Facebook page to find all the information.
Always awesome to have you
Yeah.
here.
All
Appreciate
right.
it
Thanks,
so much.
Dave. Thanks, Liz.
All right, 8:30. Here's Fox News.